at least in my family anyway, you go to university, you come out, you're a lawyer or you're a doctor or you're an engineer, you marry, you have kids. Like there's a they don't present it as a folder, but there is a like there is a plan for your life that is tough to deviate from.
You went to university in London. I know that as a child you were kind of back and forth between Nigeria and the UK. Did most of your kind of like secondary schooling in Nigeria, but then did university in London where you studied creative writing and law. How did it come about that you pursued writing in tandem with studying law and then ended up choosing writing? Like, that is a
So
difficult
actually,
decision, I think, for a lot of
yeah,
people.
initially I wanted to do the classics, which I have never actually heard. There was a course called classics or the classics. I couldn't tell you what it was now, but I know I wanted to do that. And I presented that to my parents, and my mom got really worked up, and my dad burst out laughing. And he was like, what he said to me was that this is a rich white man's course. Basically, that it's the kind of course that someone does if they don't need to worry about money. They don't need to worry about their career. They're set. Whatever they do, there's a kingdom waiting for them at the end of it. So they were like, no, you're not doing classics. So we agreed that I would do law. And I went to do law first at Surrey University. But then I dropped out, and then that's when I did creative writing and law. So it was not an easy, because even me dropping out, there was a lot of drama. It's not enough time. There was a lot of drama that went on around that period. But in the end, I thought, you know what, maybe I need to follow the thing that, I need to follow my heart. And I didn't dislike law. I quite enjoyed law, so that's why I hung. And I don't like to fail at things. It's also ego. So I was like, I'm going to do creative writing and law, and that's how I ended up with that degree.
I mean, it's interesting. I am somebody who has applied to law school twice, gotten in and not gone because other things have come up on the way.
Yeah.
I can kind of relate to exactly being in that kind of situation of having to decide between sort of the safe lawyer career path and something that maybe is a bit less guaranteed source of income, or is seen as a less guaranteed source of income. I'm wondering, how your family feels now, because obviously you've had this amazing success as a writer, but at the end of the day, your continued success kind of depends on your ability to continue producing. So you had a hit novel, second novel's out, it's also great. Hopefully it sells well, but how do your parents and family feel about it?
Mattea, you're making me very nervous all of a
sorry.
sudden. I'm like,
sorry.
oh no. Am I not guaranteed? Yeah. No, do you know what? I think now that I've, I mean, they're very supportive. They're very supportive. I think now that I've proven that, because the thing was, what I realized after the fact, like after I'd been signed, after all of that, was that I had been delusional before. And delusion is a beautiful thing. Ignorance, they say, is bliss, and it is, because at no point did I ever ask myself in this journey to become a writer, to become an author, did I ask myself, is this something I can use to pay my rent? Is this something, how much does the average author earn? I just assumed things would align, and I wasn't looking to be a J.K. Rowling anyway. So I was like, surely there's a space for me. And when it happened, when I realized how rare the kind of success I saw off the gate was, then I kind of had like a mini panic attack that, oh my gosh, you were almost homeless. You were almost in the streets, just, writing for pennies. It's such a privilege to be able to do what you love and survive off of doing what you love. It's an incredible privilege. I don't take it for granted. And, I have a fantastic support system in my parents, in my husband, in my siblings, and everyone who's around me. I mean, I've been touring, and even being able to tour with an almost 2-year-old is because there are people behind me who believe in me and who want to make sure that this thing continues to grow.
Yeah. And I want to kind of end by asking about that because, of course, yeah, you're drawing in this new novel, Cursed Daughters, from obviously this well of relationships that you have as a daughter, as a niece, as a cousin. But you also are now a mother, and that is transformative in ways that I can't imagine as someone who's not a parent. Like, I hope I get to find out someday. I don't know what it's like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, when you cast your mind forward and think about what the future holds for your daughter, what you kind of hope for her. What do you hope your mother-daughter relation is going to be?
I mean, right now we're two peas in a pod. We're like glued together, but like I'm kind of a little bit terrified of because again, I've seen my youngest sister, she was like, my mom was her favorite individual when she was like toddler. She was like, my mom was her angel, and they butt heads the most now. So like, there's this, I have this fear that like, oh my God, she adores me now. She thinks I'm the best thing now. But what's that going to look like when she's a teenager, when she's a young woman? Because all mothers, well, most mothers are trying to do their best, but sometimes your best isn't, you make mistakes, and hopefully you're self-aware enough to limit them or to apologize, but you will make mistakes. But I think, in terms of when I look at her, I just want to make sure that that I give her as much freedom to be who she is and who she wants to be, and also that her confidence isn't, because she's a confident girl, I think, right now, and I don't want to see that taken from her.
That's a really beautiful wish for your daughter. I also hope she continues to grow in her confidence. That's really sweet. Oyinka, thank you so much for chatting with me today. Sorry if I put you in the hot seat about how's that stability for your career as a writer.
Yeah, no, please. Do you know what? It was funny because I was like, oh no, but it's true. I mean, it's art. Art is, it's a tenuous industry to be in. But yeah, hopefully things will work out.